Hi everybody, it's Linnea. Today I'm going to be using a couple of products from the new LDRS creative release, and one of them is actually a Christmas item, and I'm going to be using it to make a Halloween card. So I have the Spook Ya Later stamp set, and I'll be using the coordinating dies as well, and the Peppermint stick stencil, which is what you see on the screen here. Now this is a pretty intricate stencil. There are those diagonal lines that are, some of them are super skinny. So I sprayed the back of this with a temporary adhesive spray, and I like to use that when I'm working with intricate stencils. I have some in-your-face orange hybrid ink, and I'm going to be blending that all over the background to create a fun Halloween background. This is the Peppermint stick stencil, so technically this is a Christmas stencil, and you could create a fun candy cane background if you used red ink. But with this orange, you're going to see that it's easily made into a Halloween background. As I remove this stencil, you can see that you could leave it just like this with those fun orange stripes. But what I'm going to do is flip this 90 degrees, just turn it a little bit, and I'm going to be inking up this panel again. Now this would be fun with yellow ink for like a candy corn colored background. But I'm going to be using LDRS Creative Raven Hybrid ink. And this is going to give me kind of like a spooky background. I love to ink blend with black ink. I feel like it's a super underused color of ink to ink blend with. And the Raven ink from LDRS Creative is so dark. It covers up the orange completely. And it's very crisp ink. Now, I should have resprayed my stencil, but I didn't. I was lazy and I didn't do it, so I got a little bit of shifting, and you'll see that when I show you the final background, but I think it turned out okay in the end. And I'm going to cover up most of it anyway. Okay, so I have another strip of cardstock here. This is probably 2 inches-ish thick, maybe 1.5 inches. I didn't really measure. I had a scrap piece of cardstock, and I had an idea to use it. But it is 4¼ inches wide because it's going to lay across my card. I have the Rainy Day stencil and some Plum Crazy ink, and I'm just going to blend off the top of the stencil to create a puffy cloud border. Now most of the time when I do clouds, I use the Marina Madness ink so that I can have a nice puffy blue cloud, but this is a Halloween card, so I needed some spooky purple clouds. So I blended on a few rows of the clouds, and then I'm going to use a bit of masking tape, and I am going to mask off about 1/4 inch at the bottom, and I'm going to blend on some Raven Hybrid ink once again, and this is going to kind of be the sidewalk. I'm going to peel this tape off, and look at that. It's such a cute little spooky strip of paper there. Okay, so here are both of my ink blended pieces. You can see that fun plaid pattern I get by mixing the orange and the black inks together. I'll lay that spooky cloud piece across the bottom of my card and trim off the excess. Now I have the Spook Ya Later stamp set, and I colored a couple of these images off screen. I colored a couple of the badgers and then some spooky little accessories, I guess you could say, to go along with it. I have the little potions. I have the pumpkin with the crow on top, a little trick-or-treat bag for the badger to hold, and I arranged these all out on my scene, and then I used a piece of masking tape to pick them all up so that I could have them all together and add foam tape to the back of them. That's an easy way to easily work with a whole bunch of images at one time. I just put them onto that card, and I made sure that they were all sitting on the bottom so that it would look like they're on like maybe a little sidewalk, creating a cute and spooky little scene. I stamped out Happy Halloween from that Spook Ya Later stamp set, and I used the hybrid Raven ink to do that. Added that with some foam tape, and that's going to complete my card. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that this gives you some fun ideas to use with that Peppermint stick stencil. I'll see you soon. Bye.